Alright, scrambled eggs. So the first thing we're going to do is melt a pat of butter into our frying pan. We have a nice number 3, so not too hot, but not too bad. Just enough to get it melted and start cooking the eggs. So we'll swirl that around a little bit to help the melting process of the butter. And this is unsalted butter, of course. I'm going to crack a couple eggs for our scrambled eggs. There's 2. I'm hoping I don't get any shell in the egg, but if I'll do, I'll get it out. Alright, so we got our eggs cracked, and I'm just going to grab a fork. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lightly beaten them. Not too much. As I said, it's my childhood home. You can see by the design and age of the bowls that I'm using. We'll swirl this butter around, make sure everything is deliciously coated. As you know, the flavor is going to be important. Lightly beaten, we'll just pour those in. Welcome to the party, eggs. And now we just constantly stir. Just like when you make a risotto, for these type of scrambled eggs, we're just going to constantly stir until they start to solidify a little bit. And it should take about 3 to 4 minutes. I know normally you put it like a furnace, blast it, and have the eggs done in like a minute, but we're going to do multiple styles of scrambled eggs, and this is just one of the ways in which to make scrambled eggs. Right? Because you get tired of eating the same style of scrambled eggs over and over and over again. I'm just starting to see it a little bit solidify. You can see it there. It's starting to happen. So, in my life, I immigrated to the United States, and while doing my biometric, they found out that my blood pressure was a little bit above stroke territory. So I had to immediately go on medication. They gave me this sheet from the US government about blood pressure and what kind of foods to eat. And you know what? I did that for 3 or 4 days. That was the most blandest, flavorless food I ate for 2 weeks. You know, if you know me, I've always thought I'm a foodie. I always think about food, well, and football. But now I'm using those skills to help make my diet way better, packed full of flavor, a side dish of flavor, and then a dessert of flavor. But I realized over that time that I couldn't just cook everything the same way, eggs the same way, all the time. Plus, you know, for some of you with other issues, you might not be able to eat eggs every day. So, I'm just going to peek in here, say hello, morning. So we're going to do scrambled eggs quite a few different ways. And you can experiment. Hey, it's just eggs. They're what, 10 cents a piece? Go ahead, try it. Gotta love these non-stick pans with the ceramic. I had some at home, but you know, I'm here at my mom's house and I liked them so much, so she bought some, and lucky for me, I get to use them. So it's pretty early in the day here. The sun is up, but you can barely see it because of the fires in British Columbia are really clouding up the air here in Winnipeg. Went to the Bomber game last night with some friends, with some high school friends. What a great time, what a great facility. The city is just like amazing. I hate to leave, but eventually I do have to go to where the rest of my young family is, over in Phoenix. As you can see, it's starting to solidify a little bit more. More of these little chunks are showing up. We're getting there. So this is one of these scrambled egg dishes where you have to be a little bit on the patient side. but that's okay. It's kind of relaxing. It's soothing. You want to have some scrambled eggs. 3 eggs makes a meal. So per person, you should do about 3 eggs. You're starting to see it come together, and there's like some white spaces. And you can use any type of egg. This is just a generic grocery store egg that I went to the grocery store and bought. You can order this stuff at home. A lot I use ordering systems for the groceries. I really like it. Even though I'm a big fan of grocery shopping, some days I just have to just order it and go pick it up and not even go inside the store. And that works really well for me also. Yeah, it's starting to come together nicely. And the nice thing about this, is you can take your time, relax. Not a big issue. Just keep stirring away. Remember your heat. You don't want it too hot. When it's hot, you got to work really fast because you could miss your window of adding in your last ingredient. So in this one, a lot of people scramble the eggs, put the milk in, scramble it some more, and then throw it in the frying pan. This is the opposite. We're going to scramble them first, slowly cook them, as you see here, and then the eggs go in after. So if you're one of those people who likes creamy, then this is the recipe for you. Now, one of the things you have to remember when you cook scrambled eggs is the heat in the eggs will continue cooking them even after you take them off the stovetop. Hope you guys can see this well. Sometimes when I want to feel extra healthy, I buy brown eggs. Is there a difference? I don't think so. Does it look different? Absolutely. I mean, they all taste the same pretty much, based on what they were fed. And sometimes I gotta just, because I don't use a wooden spoon, I'll just clean off the spatula a little bit. Put this back. All right, you're starting to see it come together nicely now. Still wet. We're still going to cook them a little bit longer. Take your time. No rush here. This is one of those days where you get up really early in the morning before everybody else in the house. Well, I'm at my mom's house, so it's just about getting it done before, she wakes up. She'll probably be hungry. It's like her son's come in. He's going to cook for her. Oh yeah, this is working out real well. Yeah, so don't be afraid to give it a try. 2 eggs, lightly beaten. A lot of people say add salt. I do not. And the butter you saw was unsalted butter. I don't have anything else in my house. I don't use any of those spreads. I'm a butter guy. I can be. I know for some of you, that's not an option. I would probably use a non-stick spray first and just use plain old eggs before I added it. Now, when it comes to adding the milk, you could use a cream if you're a big cream person, heavy cream, half and half, 2%, skimmed milk, anything you want to use as a milk, as a dairy product, if you're allowed to eat dairy. In my world, I like 2%. And you know what? Milk is also good for lowering blood pressure. So, you could check us out on the web at loweringbloodpressurefoods.com. You can check us out on Instagram with Lowering Blood Pressure Foods, Twitter, all those good things, social media. We're a fan of that. All right, so this is looking pretty firm. So now it's time to start Adding in, I'm only going to put about an ounce, so half of what I have here in the cup. I'll just stir that in. I need an assistant. I need a bigger budget so that I can like have somebody hold this frying pan as I stir it, because you'll see that the frying pan wants to move because the eggs have firmed up. Look how creamy that looks. Isn't that amazing? If you like creamy eggs, woo-wee, this is the way to go. So we'll just grab a little plate. And these are some extremely creamy eggs. What I like to do is sometimes I'll fry up some toast and then I'll put this right on the toast. All right, take a look at that. Some beautiful creamy eggs.